Hey, what's up, cats and kittens? And shout out to all my cerebral lights. It is me, the Cerebral Diva, and we are back with another video. This video is probably going to be a really quick video. It's going to be a movie review, something I haven't done before, but I decided why not. So, first of all, happy Sunday to everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Unfortunately for me, Sunday is my Monday. I work Sunday through Thursday, so it's time for me to go back and make the donuts. So I'm about to get ready to do that. But before I walk out the door, I wanted to talk to you guys here really briefly about what I did over the weekend. And one of those things was I went to go see the movie Black and Blue, starring Tyrese Gibson and Naomi. Look up the movie. I think it's Naomi Harris, I think, if memory serves me correctly. Anyhow, went to go see the movie. Was really excited to support the movie because I am a huge supporter of black cinema. So I was excited to go out and put down my $12 to see a movie. Why does the movie cost $12? Why does it? Wait. Okay, before we even talk about the movie, can we please talk about movie snacks? Right. Um, Listen, let me tell you something. I earn a decent living. I'm single. I don't have any kids. I have plenty of disposable income. But even though I have disposable income to buy what I want and not necessarily have to, you know, bicker about pricing and worrying about how much money I'm spending, I'm still conscious of how I spend my money. So I'm a person who believes in sneaking in movie snacks. Comment below if you sneak in movie snacks. So before I go to the movie, I usually stop by Target, grab myself some Whoppers, maybe some Junior Mint. I think that's what they're called. Whatever candy, some gummies. I pack those in my purse, maybe a soda, and then once I'm in the movie, I'll buy popcorn. So we were on our way to the movie theater, and my best friend who I was going with didn't want to stop at the Target because the Target was on the opposite side of the highway from the direction that we were heading. And so I'm one of those people who I'm exactly that way. If something is on the opposite side, I just don't want to get off, have to go over to the opposite side, get on, and then make a U-turn to come back to the opposite side. So I was completely in agreement when my best friend did not want to go to a store on the opposite side of the highway. So we decided to forego going to Target and go to someplace different once we got someplace closer to the actual theater. So when we got to the theater, there was no Navy and there was a Best Buy. And I know that Best Buy because they sell movies and DVD players or Blu-ray players and home entertainment equipment. They'll often have like microwave popcorn and snacks so that you can create that home movie experience. So we go into Best Buy to grab some snacks and a drink, but when we get there, I didn't want anything that they had. So I remember just from shopping, I know at Old Navy, they'll have like snacks right at the counter when you're waiting so that you can do those like last minute impulse purchases. So I said, let's pop into Old Navy. We're going to grab some snacks there and then we'll leave. So we get to Old Navy. I grabbed a soda, some Swedish fish, and a Reese's cup. So I put them up on the counter and she rings them up. And do you know what the total was? The total was $9.03. I'll wait. $9.03 for some snacks? Are you crazy? I was like, I did not buy a blouse. Did I? $9.03 for a soda, some Swedish fish, and a Reese's cup? Needless to say, I walked out, and well, I didn't walk out. I just said no, thank you, and let her reverse the purchase. And for me, it just comes down to a simple matter of economics, right? I could have easily paid the $9. It wouldn't have hurt me. It's not like I would have been financially ruined after spending $9 on snacks, but it was just the principle of just exploiting me financially. $9 is a ridiculous amount of money. Those snacks probably cost Old Navy maybe 20 cents per piece, maybe 25 cents for the soda wholesale. And that's the problem with being a small business owner too, because I buy things wholesale and I resell, and so when I know the price of something, it's just hard for me to just pay retail price for something where I know I'm probably paying 1,000% markup on that product. So I walked out and I just went to the movie and had absolutely no snacks. It was a snack free night. I was great. My waistline is the better for it. So anyhow, I just wanted to tell you guys that quick story. So back to the movie Black and Blue. The movie starring Tyrese um, and Naomi Harris. Yeah, it was a no for me. That's pretty much my review. It was basic. It was predictable. Um, it was unfathomable. Like some of the things that they were doing in the movie were so stupid. It was just so stupid. And you know, as black people, very often when we're watching movies, horror movies in particular, we like to put ourselves in the place of our white contemporaries and say the things that we would never do or a black person would have never done that. Like one of the things that really angered me, and there might be some spoilers in here, so if you haven't seen the movie, you may not want to listen, but I'm going to talk about it here briefly. One of the things that really got my goat about this movie is that essentially the premise of the movie is she is a police officer with a conscience, right? And she's asked to go on a ride because one of her daily partner, if you will, or her regular partner was not available to go on this particular ride along. So they asked her to go with a partner that she had never ridden with before. So immediately when she's asked to go, you can tell that there was some tension. Like they didn't know her and they didn't want her to go. They wanted their original partner. So reluctantly, the partner whom she was assigned to let her come along. She goes and she sees that partner and two other detectives or narcs murder three black men. And all of this is captured on her body cam. And as a result of them seeing her and her not necessarily being within that fold of corruption, they shoot her and they shoot her inside of this warehouse in New Orleans, I believe it was. And the floor is deteriorating, so when they shoot her, she falls back, falls through the floor, lands on a big bag of trash, and she is shot in the vest and grazed with the bullet, but not actually hurt. So story takes off from there, and she's basically just trying to run around the hood to get help, and no one wants to help her because she's a police officer. So she's sort of trapped in between two worlds: the blue world, and the black world, trying to figure out where she fits in. And it was just she was just doing the dumbest things. Like every time she got into an altercation with someone, if they did have a gun, she would shoot and then she would kill them and then she would leave the gun. So she was without a gun for probably 90% of the movie when she had an opportunity to have a gun 100% of the time. And I'm thinking to myself, like, who would do this? Who would keep leaving guns? Like, even if I'm not even a gamer, but I know in like those RPG games, like if you shoot someone, you collect the guns, you collect the ammunition, and you add them to your own cache of weapons. Why would you keep leaving these guns, knowing that that you don't really have a defense? It was just so frustrating to watch. The acting was subpar. The premise was just ridiculous. Um, it was a bad movie. It was bad, and granted, I'm a very critical movie watcher. If you can't tell, but the best thing that came out of me going to see this movie was me supporting black cinema. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not gonna keep giving black my green just because you're black. Like you have to give me something. Like let's elevate here, people. Let's take it to another level. Like this movie was so basic. I'm not sure who wrote the script or who directed it. I'm not sure if it was a black writer or black director, what have you. But whoever was involved, they should never, ever, ever go near another camera. If you want to see Black and Blue, I would highly suggest waiting until it comes out on Fire Stick or DVD, Blu-ray, or Netflix or HBO, wherever movies go to these days. But if you want to support black cinema, if you want to support black movies, then by all means, certainly go out there and support it. But just do so with the understanding that this is not some cinematic masterpiece. This should have gone straight to DVD at best. This was a straight to DVD movie. This is, yeah, not good. Anyway, people, I need to get ready for work. I'm sure you have things to do. Maybe you're getting your praise on. It is Sunday after all. I have to go in and yeah, have to go in and go to work. So, as always, in closing, remember to live better, love harder, and think smarter. Like, comment, subscribe, and share or don't share. I really don't care. Remember, I do this for fun, not for a living. It is me, the Cerebral Diva. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a great Sunday. Bye bye.